What is up, guys? Jay here from MJTech. Today coming with some more Apple Watch replicas, and well, we are talking about the most popular ones out there in the market right now. Towards the very far right here, we have the original Apple Watch Ultra. This is my $799 Apple Watch. So if I press and hold the crown right here, you guys can see that we have in fact Siri on here, so that's good. And yes, this is my fantastic super duper Apple Watch, which I love a lot. You know that already. This is a very nice watch, and we have three different replicas on here. The clip that you just saw right before I started the video was about the Hello Watch 3, and for each one of these I paid less than $40 US with shipping from China. Just keep that in mind. The first one here, which is the one that we're going to start with, is the HK9 Pro. Now this is by far the worst replica that I've seen for several different reasons. First of all, this one has a 46mm measurement, so it is not the same as the Series 8, in which it has a similar body to the Series 8. And on the side here, the speaker on the original Series 8, it has like a little cutout in the middle. This one doesn't, so it doesn't look like a one-to-one. And second, the crown here, this one looks more like the Apple Watch Ultra crown. So this is more like a hybrid between the Ultra and the Series 8. So it's like if they both got together and made a little baby, this will be it. And yes, accessories are not really compatible with this watch. And second, the worst part about this watch is that the battery dies very quickly. I'm not sure what's wrong with it, because it does share a similar system to the HK8 Pro Max, but this one, the battery just dies very quickly. Settings don't stay on here. So for instance, if I choose a watch face here, let's say I choose this one, and after about 30 minutes I come back to it and it has something entirely different without touching it. So there's a lot of glitches into this watch. I really don't like it. This one was a total waste of money. Yes, you can fit the bands and put it on and it'll work for maybe a couple hours, but again, the battery is what really disappointed me, guys. Some of the apps are pretty good. Now, something I don't trust on any of these watches is the oxygen sensor, but for the most part the heart rate sensor does work. And as I said before, this one uses the same application as the HK8 Pro Max, which is the Wear Fit Pro. You guys can see right here that I have connected in the past. So let me see if I can just click on it. And in fact, it says connected on there, guys. So I also have the HK8 Pro Max on here. Like I said, they both use the same application, but you had to connect them individually. You cannot have both of them connected at the same time. And now here, guys, what I'm going to do next is just open a couple of applications so that way you can see what this is all about, including the exercise, the phones app, so on and so forth, so that way you guys can see what the HK9 Pro is all about. Up next, we have the HK8 Pro Max. Now this is the most impressive Apple Watch Ultra replica in terms of battery. This thing will last minimum 2 weeks on standby mode, guys. Right now it has been about maybe 4 or 5 days. I don't charge this watch. It's been on standby and we still have 93%, and I've been using this one now for the past month and a half approximately. I did review this one, unboxed it and reviewed it as well. And in terms of physical comparisons here, guys, we have a very similar watch to the original Ultra. You can see that the main difference here are the holes, and then the frame, the color is a little bit different as well, but both of them can fit cases. You can fit accessories, including the bands and screen protectors, which is super nice. And the tones on the back are a little bit different. Now, something I want to point out that I didn't like here about the HK8 Pro Max is the fact that the original Apple Watch Ultra charger does not charge this device. Just keep that in mind, guys. But besides that, the functionality is very similar, and also this one is super smooth. Yes, you can download games, and it does use the same app as the HK9 Pro. Again, it gives you some information is real, like the heart rate is real, but again, I just don't trust the blood oxygen sensors. I don't think those are real. But again, for the price, guys, we're talking about like $37 with shipping. This thing does have an AMOLED screen as well, and this one is a 2.02 inches, I believe it is. And this one is about the same size. They all have AMOLED screens, which is great. And then of course we get the action button, in which you can remap this to whatever you want to, so on and so forth. So now I'm going to do the same thing as with the HK9 Pro. I'm just going to open a couple of applications so that way you guys can see what the system is all about. And finally, we are getting to the Hello Watch 3. Now, at first, I have to admit, I was quite hyped up about this particular watch until I noticed a couple of quality issues. And we know that things that come from China do have quality issues regardless. Now, these two, I guess I got lucky and they came in pretty good shape. But this one, first of all, let's compare it here to the real deal. What I like about the Hello Watch 3 is the fact that both of them have a very similar tone when it comes to the frames. Also, you can see how the holes for the speakers are almost the same, with the exception that on the real Apple Watch Ultra, they're a little bit bigger. The action buttons have almost identical colors, and we have right there the microphones as well. The displays on the front side here, they are quite similar as well. And this is an AMOLED screen. You can tell by the vibrant colors and the nice viewing angles. I don't have any complaints about that. Here towards the right side is where we have the crowns. Now, the crowns do have a little different tone to the orange ring. And we do have here the side buttons as well. So you get the idea, they're quite similar. Now, when you look at this one a little closer, let me try to show that. There is already discoloration right here on the frame. So if you look at that, it looks like it's peeling off. And then when it peels off, it's like a coating they added on top of it just to correct maybe the color to match the real Apple Watch Ultra. And they failed because, well, I guess it wasn't primed correctly or something, and it's peeling off. That was a big bummer. And also this one, in comparison to the HK8 Pro Max, it glitches a little bit more. As I said before, guys, we do have more settings on this one, but I don't know if that caused it to be a little bit laggy. Let's go ahead and scroll here from the left to the right. What I do like about this one is that, first of all, it uses a different application. It is called QI Fit, and I like it much better than Wear Fit Pro because it allows you to change to Fahrenheit and also to do metrics like miles per hour, so on and so forth. So yes, I was able to change it on the HK8 Pro Max here. We swipe from the left to the right, you can see that I have it in Celsius. And I think this one, the OS is a lot better in that sense that it looks more like a one-to-one. I would call it more refined, but it does lag more than the HK8 Pro Max, as I mentioned earlier. So we have here some of the toggles available. As we know, we get notifications on it as well. And we do have different settings on here, like the faces. And check out the weather animation. This one has a nicer weather animation. So looking here at more apps, we have the heart rate. Again, this one works. Let's go here now into the app and let's see, there we go. Hello Watch is requesting to pair, and now it is synchronizing. You can see the battery is 100%. Now this has a similar battery, lasting battery to the HK8 Pro Max, which is a plus for sure. And again, it is just a cleaner application that gives you a whole bunch of things to do on here. So in terms of system, I think I prefer this one a little bit more than the HK8 Pro Max, but in terms of smoothness, I prefer the HK8 Pro Max more than the Hello Watch 3. That's just my personal preference. You guys might have different opinion, but that's entirely up to you. Also, this one comes with social media apps, so you get Twitter. All of this is fake. It's just mainly to get the notifications on here. We have the Oxygen app, and if you guys look, this one looks a little different to the one that we saw on the HK8 Pro Max and also the HK9 Pro. It is not the same for sure. Let's go here into apps again. So yes, we get a compass. Now there was an update to the compass, and supposedly it works a little better. I am pointing west now, so it'll be, hold on, I'm pointing north. There we go, I'm pointing north, and then this will be east. As you guys can tell, it's not really smooth. So now guys, what I will do is just open a couple of applications on here, keep it quiet, and then we're gonna wrap up the video. Well guys, that is it for today's unboxing and comparison of the Hello Watch 3 with the other two brothers. If I had to just give you guys my honest opinion, I think that the HK8 Pro Max so far is unbeatable in terms of battery. In terms of software, I would choose the Hello Watch 3 just because it is a one-to-one looking, and I really hope that they have fixed that paint issue. Maybe I just got a bad batch, or one of the ones in that bad batch, because they try to match the color to the frame to the original Apple Watch Ultra, but they kind of failed. That was a big bummer. And that second, the system is just a little bit buggy, but besides that, it still has a very good battery life, and it is in fact a one-to-one where you can fit cases and accessories as well. But because of the battery, I am choosing the HK8 Pro Max. And then we have the HK9 Pro, which is not a clone of anything, it's just a hybrid between the Series 8 and the Ultra. So yes, there you have it guys. If you have any questions, you can comment down below, and I will do my best to answer as soon as possible. Don't forget to hit that like button if you think this video was helpful. Subscribe, comment, and share, and also click on the bell icon so that you don't miss future videos like this. And I'll see you on my next one.